Hi everyone and welcome to my third tutorial. In today's tutorial I will show you how I play Look That Kill. It's one of my all-time favorite MÖTLEY track. It's from their second album, Shout at the Devil, that came out in 1983. If you want to see my cover of the song, you can click on the link in the upper corner of the screen. You can also visit and subscribe to my Instagram page. You get all the links in the description. You can also find on my Instagram all the gear that I used on my cover, and also of course the tab of this song. So first the tuning. So this song is in D standard, so all the strings are one whole step below E standard tuning. I tried to stay close to how Mick Mars plays this title, so I watched several live footages, and it comes out that Mick changes a few things each time he plays this song, especially during the solo, but I did my best to stay close to his play style. Section 1, the main riff. It's quite simple. Open A string twice. Power chords, first finger on the 7th fret of the D string and pinky on the 9th fret of the G string. You play this twice. Don't forget to pan mute the A string with your right hand. After that, open A string twice. And you play the same power chords, but with your 2 frets lower, with your first finger on the 5th fret. So from the beginning. Then finally open A twice. And then the same power chord, and you slide it 1 fret lower. And you got the main riff. I have to say that during the opening, a second guitar just played A chord, so you just bar the 2 middle string on the 2nd fret and add the open A. And after that you bend the 21st fret for 1 step and a half. Section 2, the chorus. You start with a power chord with your first finger on the 3rd fret of the D string and pinky on the 5th fret of the G string. Then you got 2 ways to play the next step. So in either way you got to play the power chord. You hold it, and then either you lower the tremolo bar 7 times, or you slide 1 fret lower and you go back immediately to your first position 7 times again. I've seen Mick Mars play live in both ways, so you choose. Obviously, if you don't have a Floyd Rose, you'll have to pick the second way. Then you'll play a dead note, same chord 2 times. You mute with your right hand and 2 times more. So. After that, 2nd fret on the D string, open A, then a chord with your first finger on the 2nd fret of the D string and pinky on the 5th fret of the G string, Then you just put your first finger higher, 1 fret higher to play a power chord. Open A, same power chord, and same pattern, you place your finger 1 fret higher, open A again. Then same pattern, you place your first. You have to play the higher note, but instead of putting your finger like this, I just play like this. My 2 first finger on the 5th fret of the 2 middle string. Then you add your 3rd finger on the 6th fret of the B string, and you play this chord 6 times. Then you add the open A, and you start again. So. Section 3, the bridge. So you play a chord by barring the strings D, G and B with your first finger on the 9th fret. You add your 3rd finger 1 fret higher on the B string. You play this chord. You remove your 3rd finger and you play it again. You play a dead note. And then you play the same pattern, but starting from the 12th fret. And you play the same chords. First one with your 3rd finger and the second one without. Then you repeat the pattern from the 7th fret to get to the 9th. Sorry. And then from the 5th fret to the 7th. So from the beginning. Section 4 is the solo. So I divided the solo in 4 different parts. I will play each part slow first, and I will get into details after that. So for the first part, we start on the D string on the 5th fret. You play this note 4 times. After that, A string 8 7, D string 7 6, G string 5 4, B string 6 5, then 8 5. And then you make a whole step bend on the 8th fret and you release it. You want to reach this note. Second part, you have pull-offs and hammer-ons. I play this as a trill, so you just hammer on and pull offs as fast as you can between the 5th fret and the 8th fret of the B string. Then you do a whole step bend on the 8th fret to reach the 10th fret. Then pull off 8 to 5 on the G string, 8 on the G string, 5 on the B again, 8 on the G again, then you pull off to the 7th, and you pull off to the 5th. And finally, you pick the 7th fret. After that, you bend the 7th fret 2 times with the pinch harmonic. And you play the 7th fret of the D string, pinch 2. Pinch harmonic on the 5th fret of the same string. And then on this pinch harmonic you want to do a progressive bend. And once you've reached this note, you do a vibrato with a tremolo bar if you have one, or just with your finger. The third part is a small lick with only pinch harmonics. You start on the 7th fret of the G string with your third finger. You do a half step bend and you release the bend to play 7, then 5. Then you do a pull off 7 from the 7th fret to the 5th fret. And you play the 7th fret of the D string. Then you start the same way, so half step bend 7, 5. And to finish, you just play 7 to 5 again. The first part of the solo is a bit faster, so it can be more tricky if you're a real beginner, but just play it slow and it will do alright. You start with a full bend on the 7th fret of the G string. Then you bar the 2 high string to play 5 on the E and 5 on the B. With your pinky you play 8 on the B. Then you play 5 on the B and you do a hammer on and pull off on the 8. After that you play 8 on the G string, 5 on the B string, 8 again on the G string. Then you pull off to 7 and 5. Then you play 7, 7, 5 on the G string, 7 D string, 5 G string, 7 D string, 5 D string, 7. 7 on the A string, back to the 5th of the D string, 7 on the A string again. Then you pick the 5th fret on the A string and you hammer on the 7 and pull off to the 5. Slide to the 3rd fret. Hammer on the 5th fret and pull off to the 3 and pull off to the open string. So just from the beginning. Finally you just play on the low E, you play 5, 3, 5 again, and you repick the 5 doing a bend. It's a whole step and a half, I think. And you put a strong vibrato on this one.